Hello to all the gorgeous Aries tuning in today for your How Do They Feel About You reading. I hope you're all well and happy, Aries. Thank you for the beautiful energy, love and support you bring to soul members. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And if you've just happened to stumble across this reading today and are new to soul members, hello, my name is Andrea. Thank you for stopping by. So, Aries, how do they feel about you? What are they thinking? What are they going to do about it? Are all things we'll be talking about today, as well as what guidance would Spirit have for you, what's in your best interest to help you navigate through this space at this time. So, let's jump into it and have a look, Aries, at, first of all, who am I connecting with? Who is this message for? How can I be of service to the beautiful Aries? How do they feel about Aries, and how does Aries feel about them? Selling out. And I think it was either Cancer. No, it was Scorpio. One of the water signs. It was Cancer. No, it was Scorpio. Scorpio got exactly the same card. And I feel, Aries, that this, some of you may be connecting with a water sign. Scorpio. It's a Scorpio. I'm getting for you, Aries, that, this card is all about which aspects of yourself are you selling out to be able to really keep this going, to enable certain, what are you enabling when it comes to this connection? However, a very different feeling that I'm getting for you that I did for Scorpio is that you are unwilling to sell out yourself to enable them. I feel, Aries, that the cat's out of the bag. I feel that there is a certain realization here, and I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated. I'm feeling it in the pit of my stomach, where it's like, there is no way that I'm going to allow this injustice to occur. Okay, where I'm going to be manipulated or I'm going to be taken advantage of. There is uncertainty, though, that's surrounding this situation. I feel that it's based on a feeling and intuition and this inner knowing, rather than specific events that will really nail down that, that you're being taken advantage of, or you've been lied to, or you're being lied to. There could be a series of events that are very subtle, that keep triggering that something isn't right with this person, is what I'm feeling. And so you really want to bring this to light. You really want to uncover what it is and speak your value, where you stand, what you will accept and what you won't. That's a type of energy that I'm getting from this for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the definition from the book, because I really love the way Ina Seagull, I think that's how you pronounce her name, has put this book together. She's put an action as well as a definition for the cards, and I love it. So let's have a look and see. I got to tell you, Aries, it feels so good to be back on YouTube. I've been really busy with coaching and other aspects of soul members, but it feels so great to be back on YouTube and just tuning into the collective and being of service in this way for you. So, selling out. Your integrity and inner strength, Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment, making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps towards doing what you love. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility, and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self-expression, choice, and love. And what I feel for you, Aries, when it comes to your love life and when it comes to this connection, is that you know that there is an aspect of this that doesn't sit right, that you're being taken advantage of, that you may be potentially enabling something, but you're not 100% sure what that thing is. There is a lack of clarity here. I'm seeing a lot of, just a lot of haze and a lot of debris. Does that make sense? Like when you think about a tornado, and just as the tornado goes through it and rips through its path, it creates a lot of debris, and that's what I'm feeling is happening right now. You're finding it really difficult to see through that hasn't settled yet for you to see clearly. And I feel that you do have the courage to stand up for what your convictions are and take steps towards what's right for you. It's just that you don't have the evidence, or you don't have what is needed to really drive this thing home. There is an element of patience that's required here so that you can know with certainty that when you approach this situation, you have your facts. That's what I'm feeling. If you approach this without certainty and based on a gut feeling, it may not give you the closure that you need, Aries. And so this is what's holding you back potentially. Something definitely doesn't feel right, and don't ignore that for sure. Protect yourself when needed. So the action that we have here is you have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents, and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or the higher good. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Become conscious of where in your body you feel like you are losing your energy and your power. Place your hands on that part of your body. Visualize your prostitute archetype. It can look familiar to this card. It can look similar to this card or a darker version of you. Ask this archetype to show you where in your life you are selling out. Become aware of how this affects various areas of your life and your physical and emotional health. Ask this archetype to help you regain your inner strength and make empowering decisions. And what I'm feeling for you here, Aries, is that, there may be an element of resentment here, or you may be acting out of there might be a reactive type of an approach here, and it's really difficult to approach this in a loving way when you feel that you need to protect yourself. So you're essentially all geared up, ready for a war. When it comes to this situation, it's like you're not on the same side with this person. Something isn't right for you. So where in your body do you feel that you're not being appreciated, or they're not being honest with you? Which aspects of yourself are you acting out of character in? And bring it back to you. Bring it back to what you can control, rather than tuning into that frequency of what you're trying to get clarity on and move away from, and becoming that. Tune into the frequency of where you're feeling you're selling out, or where you're feeling it, and become conscious of how it's affecting you, how it's making you lose your energy and your power, right? So that's what I'm getting for you. That's who I'm connecting with. So let's pull out a couple of cards now and have a look and see what is this about and who is this for? How are they feeling? How is this person feeling? What are they thinking? Okay, so Aries, what I'm getting here is the way they see you and how they feel, I should say, how they feel about you is that you're actually ready to receive. You're ready to embrace them. You are accepting of them. You know, they actually see someone, and this is something they may not express to you, that is always acts at your best and from the greatest good. You know, always does what is right according to your values and your morals. You're ready to undertake anything life throws at you with so much charisma, Aries. It's so damn attractive to them how confident you are in your approach to life and what matters most to you. This, I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to hide. I am who I am. Love it or lump it is so attractive to them. That's what brings them towards you. They find you very, very appealing and beautiful, and they find a lot of peace with you. Now, isn't it interesting how different how they see you and how they feel about you is in comparison to how you feel in this particular situation, where you feel that there is an element of dishonesty. This is what I'm channeling. Okay, this is an intuitive reading. So based on, there is an aspect of yourself that you feel you're selling out, and you are relaxing your values and your morals and your standards to entertain this person. You feel that there is an element of dishonesty here. So isn't it interesting that they're attracted to you, who is ready for anything, who is confident, who is free to be authentic, feels that freedom to be authentic, truthful and honest and transparent. And they seem to be the ones that are wearing a mask. I feel that at this time, Aries, they are just pulling back their energy. They feel that they may be things about to hit, the S is about to hit the fan, basically. Something's going to be uncovered here, and they can feel it. And they're definitely watching your every move. They're definitely watching how you're going to approach this situation. They're very calculated in their approach to you. Aries, this person wants you in their life more than you realize. You are more important to them than you realize. And I feel that they've been living a life in a way that they're embarrassed to bring to you. But you know, when you start off with someone and you just don't know where it's going to take you, you don't take it that seriously, and then all of a sudden you feel this emotional connection, and you wish you would have acted out of a place of more integrity. You wish you had have been more invested, more transparent. That's a type of feeling that I'm getting here. I feel this person may have effed up because they didn't take you seriously enough, and finally they see how unbelievably beautiful you really are, and they are hiding this truth, not from it's not even see, originally I thought it was a manipulation to you know, gain from you something that they could get, you know, they could gain from, but for their own benefit. What I'm seeing here now is that they just didn't take it seriously enough, and they acted out of impulse, or they did something that was, you know, they know that you wouldn't agree with. It could be a make it or break it, and they wish they could turn back the hands on the clock and turn that around. Let's pull out a couple more cards and see. I'm feeling like a lot of innuendos are being thrown around when it comes to this connection. A lot of assumptions. There isn't a straight out type of a conversation, because again, like I think something's off, but you don't know what. And so you're trying to kind of draw it out of them by dropping those, innuendos, hoping that you can kind of see the change in their body language, or whether they'll come, what they'll say. Okay. And yeah, that's the type of energy that I'm getting. So this person has actually stopped pursuing this at this time. That's what I'm feeling. They've just put the pause button on. So you may have found that they may have gone a little bit, I don't feel ghosting. What I'm feeling is more of they've pulled back their energy a bit. The conversation has changed. You can feel that change. That only further heightens your intuition as to something's not right. They've slowed things down. And I feel that's because they're waiting to ride out a storm in their personal life. Whatever it is that they've created, that they know that you won't support, they are hiding. This is what I'm getting. They're hiding this from you so that they can deal with it. They know what they have to do and then deal with it so that they may embrace this with integrity, honesty, moving forward. And they've been waiting. They're watching you from afar, Aries. They may not be as communicative as they once were, let's say. You may have even taken space with this person, or they may have taken space from you. But I have to tell you that it hasn't changed the way they feel about you. They're putting things right in their life. They're standing up for what they believe needs to be dealt with, what their beliefs are with people around them, whatever situation they got themselves into. They're going to see it through in the right way. They're going to close it out. And in the meantime, they're watching to see how you're going. They're watching you. That's the type of energy that I'm getting. So let's have a look and see what's Spirit's message for you when it comes to this person. What is the guidance that we have for you? How can you navigate through this space? So flexible. Okay. Aries, here is what I'm getting. You guys may have been waiting for this conversation, this honest heart-to-heart conversation, just the truth, right? This thing that's been doing your head in that you don't have clarity on, you've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for them to drop the right word so you can pick it up and take that conversation where it needs to go so you can get the clarity. Here's the thing, they know this, okay? They will come to you. Be patient. They will come to you. Spirit wants you to know that you may have perceived this certain situation in a particular way based on what you know, but there are things you don't know. And what you don't know is how important you are to this person and the changes they're trying to make, unbeknownst to you, to improve themselves, to bring this together. Spirit wants you to know that there is an element here that you'll be faced with where there's some flexibility is going to be needed. You may be decided in certain ways, but some flexibility is going to be needed in order for this for you to set yourself free, for you to be able to have an open conversation with them and get the truth. There is an element of you displaying that flexibility that makes them feel comfortable, that they can, don't need to protect themselves and defend themselves, rather than they are safe to have the conversation with you. Allowing them to guide the conversation and encouraging the conversation when really what you want to do is rip through them, let's say, is what is encouraged here. It is what will bring the truth out, because they don't want to carry this burden. And it is through your approach when they finally do come and they're ready to have the conversation, that it's going to make the difference as to whether or not they're going to make an offer, they're going to give you a love offer, or whether this has it has what it takes to take the next steps. Wow, Aries. Okay, I hope you guys found that helpful. If this does sound like you're reading and you'd like to further explore your situation in more detail, and better understand how you can work with this, still uphold your value, not sell yourself out because of the things you don't know, feel free to reach out. My contact details are in the description box below. I'd love to help you work through it. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing month, and I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye, Aries.